Hey Shopify users, today I am going to give you some tips that can help you improve your search engine rankings. So say you just created your website, so you need to make sure that you have these things in place. And even if your site's been around for a little while, I've seen cases like that people just don't know and they haven't checked these few things. So let's get into it. So first thing what you want to do is in your store, go to preferences down here, and then if you look up here, homepage title, homepage meta description. So mine is I already changed it. You might be seeing this blank, or it might have your store name. So make sure you have something in here. Now that's the first thing, but you need to have it so it has your keywords in it. So if you are in clothing, say I'm creating this test store just for clothing, so whatever you think your keywords are, you will have them in here. So up to 70 characters, and make use of this space. So I know a lot of people, they probably don't even know about this, and this might be blank. So make sure you have something in here, and over time you can test and optimize this title, what works for you, but make sure have something in there that relates to your store. So this here, what I have, not the ideal. It can be better. Say if I was selling stores, so I could have it probably more like buy stylish clothing for men, and say you offer free shipping. It can be always offer free shipping. Then people look for, say, free shipping. So make sure what relates to your site, and make sure you have something in here. And then next is this home page meta description. So this is important too. So same thing, you could have something in here, same way, can be part of what you have up here a little. You could start with that. Stylish, well, you would write it like a paragraph. So clothing for men, and say buy pants, shirts, jackets. So these are kind of keywords, right? These could be people searching for. So you need to be creative about it and make the best use you can, and don't try to like stuff it. Like you don't want to be like clothing for men. That's not gonna work. And Google might actually put a penalty on your site. So you probably want to be creative yet still like sneak in your keywords. Something like this. You still have space, so you could try this out and just be creative. So that's the first tip. So make sure these fields are filled out. This is just for the home page, but your home page of the site is the most important page, so you need to make sure that you provide this information. And then you hit save, and after this, next thing I want to show you is go to your store and go customize. Now here, just like we had a title, there's one other important thing on this page. There's in code world, it's called H1 heading, and it's within the code. There's a heading that when the search engines crawl, they look at that and they kind of get like what this page is about, same as kind of the title, and that is pretty important too. So what you would do in this debut theme is go on this header, and on this right here, the image where your logo is, you will see this edit all text. Click on that, and inside here you can same thing, add in. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. Actually, it's better if you kind of change it up. So people don't search for terms the same way, so the more variations you put in here, the better. So actually, yeah, you could just do this. I mean, I'm just entering whatever, so you can, whatever fits your site. So so add that text in there, and I will save that. So now this text that we added, now this goes inside the H1 heading that is in here, and that is good for your site. And after this one, you can also check the other images. Now in general, these alt text that you see, they are important. Every time you see that under the image, make sure you add some of your keywords to it. And they, like if it's a couple, don't just add like couple. Be creative and sneak in your keywords so search engines can crawl those, and they know what your site's about. So same thing for this. I am going to click in here, and down here again you can see it's empty, and I actually didn't put this in the beginning, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people just don't know about this. So go in here and so save. So that's good. Another thing, here, this is important too. So of course, I mean, I am creating this test site. You should make sure, be creative, use this close like variation of all the title and the H1 heading that you just specified around the logo. Be creative and put in some keywords in here, and then make use of this down here also. This should be a few lines. Add a few lines and be creative and add some keywords in here. So this here applies to debut theme. This is the default theme you get with Shopify, but the same concept will apply to any theme that you're using. So they all have all the images have all tags. Yeah, it's possible that some themes the H1 heading isn't around the logo, but just make sure to look, and if you cannot figure out where that is, I'm pretty sure it's easy to just Google and find out where that heading is. So make sure this has value. Now another thing, same thing, we have an image down here, and I'm sure there's nothing in here, so you could add something like that. Again, I have this test text here. You are not going to have this. You need to make sure every heading you have, be creative, have some sort of keyword in there, and then of course all the text underneath. And it needs to be fine balance between it needs to make sense, needs to read nice to users, and it also has to provide value to your search engines. And that's it. So we have added a title, some description to the site. We have added the text for this logo that's going to go into the H1 heading. Make sure this is all filled with your keywords. All the images have alt text, and all these factors. This is very common things, but a lot of people just don't know about this. Like right on your first day, if the search engine crawls your site, this is going to provide you value. So make sure you have all these things in there. That's it, guys. I will see you in the next video.